Hello and welcome back to another Pretty HD video. Today we have episode 21 of season 2 of Everton Career Mode. We start today off with, a bit of Brazilian action as Peru take us on their home pitch. And, I can't tell you that I believe this game does turn out in an easy win for us. I would expect it. And the fact that we've got a 5-star nation like Brazil is pretty relieving. It was an offer which I just couldn't reject, even though it was obviously tempting to not accept it because this is an Everton career mode and I wanted to concentrate, prioritise and mainly concentrate and focus on Everton themselves. We only just scraped through the window there, 2-1 our direction, so we get another 3 points in the European qualifiers. The World Cup qualifiers, which is weird because it's a really early World Cup qualifier, being only 2016 at the moment. But we continue on into our next qualifier. Obviously, there's in the international breaks, there's 2 intersections of games, and then it goes back to normal. But we have this game against Ecuador, and Ecuador won a half-bad side. Elsewhere, though, Chile are losing Colombia 1-0. Oscar opened the scoring here whilst Valencia, I believe that is, might not be, equalised, and currently it's 1-1, so Brazil 1, Ecuador 1, and I believe it does stay that way until the 90th minute, unfortunately. So only a point out of that game, but we do remain on top of the table, as you can see, with no losses, which is, it's the best record in the league. No losses, with 14 points, 4 wins, 2 draws, so it's not half bad. Of course, we only just took over Brazil around 2 or 3 games in, so we haven't been here for the whole majority of this. But back to league action now, back to domestic action, being Watford versus Everton. And the fact that they did all the Barclays Premier League stadiums is excellent, but then as soon as you go into your second season in career mode, you re-meet Ivy Lane, and Ivy Lane is a place which you always used to play at in career mode in the Premier League, and you still do in the Bundesliga and other leagues like that, like La Liga, that even though the Ivy Lane is really not a Spanish stadium, and you can really tell that. It is definitely made for a typical English club. There is not any interesting sections which make it look or resemble a typical Spanish stadium, if you like. The pressure was piling on Watford, though, and the newly promoted side couldn't quite handle our pressure as Lukaku just jogs past the defender, shimmies around him with excellent accuracy, and just slices it into the corner of the net with a great outside of the foot shot. So he kept his composure, he kept his cool, and he kept his clean strike going in to the bottom corner. So it was great work from Lukaku. Everton 1, Watford 0, or Watford 0, Everton 1 if you like. And it took 30 minutes for the first goal to come about. And the first chance in the second half did fall, not long into it, as Lukaku broke away. It was a poor defensive line. Lukaku broke away, and that's better from him. He doubles our lead. He doubles his goal-scoring tally in this game and puts his goal tally up to 21, I believe, now. But it didn't take long for another chance. It was approaching the end of the game, and the game was pretty much closing out just to consolidate our victory. Atsu! It's the post. It was a tight angle, yeah. He did all the hard work by taking around him, though, and unfortunately couldn't convert the chance, and it remained at 2-0. So despite the fact that we didn't confirm what we knew for a long time until the final whistle, we were under a bit of pressure, but not much, and Watford couldn't really trouble us at all in this 2-0 victory. So it's a great result against Watford. We're flying through the games now. Got another one here against Villa at Goodison Park. So back, returning to our home ground, which is nice to see. Villa currently sit 11th in the table, just off the top 10. Arsenal are only 7 points ahead of them, of course, with the game in hand, though. So that could change the table completely. But Villa, one of them teams that do progress on career mode, but they're inconsistent, and one season they'll do well, one season they'll do bad, and then one season they'll get like Champions League, which is insane. But their team wasn't half bad, and you got a real spice of that. You really got that hint, that induction, if you like, of the fact that they were a very pacey, strong, powerful team. And despite the fact that they have the loss of Benteke since he moved on to Arsenal, we still couldn't prevent them scoring, and they go in at half-time whilst we're booed off the pitch in a 1-0 ascendancy. So not the greatest of news, and Zogbia being the difference so far in this game. But as Villa played it away, it just looked worse as they counter-attacked with Weimann with a lot of intent, and you could tell he was racing through. I totally misjudged both tackles. Martinez to blame for the final one, and he gets sweaty. So don't know what was going on in this game. Villa's one of them teams, they are a bogey team, and you will either beat them or you will lose them. There is rarely, for me, draws against Villa. I always seem to either be on my top against them or be on my bottom against them. It is the two extremes, and currently that is the extreme that it's at. But as we were looking to find some passageway back into the game, Malanda was taken down, and the referee points to the penalty spot 65 minutes in. A red card is also drew out, and Junior Malanda might have just saved a little few scraps of hope that we have remaining in our locker. And can we pull off this shot and this excellent finish now? It's vital that we score this if we want any positivity in our progression to try and win this game. Baines steps up after Joel Campbell was removed from the penalty spot. I wasn't confident in Joel Campbell as much as I've been in Baines from the spot kick. And from 12 yards, he converts. What can I say? Clinical from Leighton Baines. He's such a good penalty kick taker, isn't he? But we were really pushing forward now on all our attack. Nothing to lose. Dam runs through. Gets a chance. Too much space between the defenders. Poor goalkeeping from Zengen. He can't prevent us the goal. And with 10 minutes left, we do level at 2-2. Oh my word, I didn't expect that. It was such a difficult game, and it does close out at 2-2 in the end. We have still got a few games coming your way, though, so stay tuned in. It was a great game, and we rescued a very important point there against Villa. And to continue, we do go into a game now back at Ivy Lane once more for the second time in the same episode, and not for the first time in the same episode ever in this career mode. So Norwich City are our opponents. We've already played them twice, and we have had 2 easy wins against them, the first one being better than the other. We've put 4 or more goals past them on the 2 occasions that we've met them. Can we do that again? A bit of fancy passing, though, as Struman drives through. He sees the pass through to Kramer, and Kramer does slot it under the keeper. And despite the fact that it did take 42 minutes, we finally made the breakthrough and finally make the goal. John Ruddy couldn't prevent any sort of attack there. So John Ruddy goes in at half-time knowing that his team are 1-0 down. And Neil Adams, I believe their manager is currently in a state of depression as Struman cuts it off with a great Ronaldo shot, comes back out to Eto'o, and you've got to applaud Struman for that. That was superb from him. It was great footwork, great control, and his ball dribbling was excellent. Ronaldo chop inside. Oh, that is beautiful from Struman. He's so quick on the ball, and he's down to that goal, and that is why Eto'o congratulated him. And I really wish that Struman got the goal in the end, but either way, it is a goal. And now we've put 3 goals past them, as the Norwich City team, who really aren't up for the Premier League, do look like to be positive to go down. They are in certain relegation danger, and it really wouldn't surprise me if this team do go down. They are so easy to break down on the counter or on the normal build-up play. And it is Christian Atsu who does finish off this game with lethal intent. Puts it past Ruddy. Ruddy has cold feet at the moment because he just cannot seem to save anything. And we do win this game 4-0. So that is 3 times in a row we put 4 or more goals past them. First one was 5-1. That was the opening day of the season. Second one was 4-2 in the FA Cup quarters, I believe. And then now we have beat them 4-0 in the Barclays Premier League once more. But although we have got a good looking game against Newcastle, they are only 11 points behind us, but we have got a game in hand. We are only 6 points behind Chelsea, though, and we are closing in on our title rivals, and we've been really off the mark for the season, goalkeeping wise. But look at that, dreadful from Tim Krul. He hesitated and deservedly there concedes a penalty because Lukaku did not deserve to go down there. He took it round him. Tim Krul hesitated. If he didn't hesitate, he would have got there first with no doubt in my mind. I kept running with Lukaku, took a gamble, and luckily he didn't get injured. But look, See that moment where he moved backwards? That was the pivotal deciding moment. That's what it rested on, and he messed up there, Tim Krul. Had a bit of a conflict with Lukaku in the process. I was just like, you are sham. But either way, we have got a spot kick. Again, another one. Lukaku steps up to it this time. The man who's just slowly been progressing back to form. Maybe got 1 or 2 goals. Maybe about 3 or 4 since he's returned from injury back in February. But, well, at the end of February anyway. But now he really is starting to pick it up. And here against Newcastle, he just slots the penalty home with absolutely calm feet. No problem there. No problem in deciding where to kick it. No problem in deciding where he was going to go. It was pretty much straight down the middle. Not really bothered in a way. It would just look so easy to him. But as the ball was 1-2 into Mpassi, the 2 disappears and Mpassi scores the goal. We double our lead. Such an early state of time against Newcastle. 20 minutes gone and we're in a 2-0 ascendancy, so it's great news for us, and it just slips through the gloves of the keeper and goes into the back of the net. We are approaching the half-time whistle now, and Struman collects the ball. He plays it wide to Mpassi, who drives down the left wing, he cuts inside, 1-1, great work from him, drives inside now, taps it through to Lukaku, who finds the space and finds the opening for the shot. He is so clinical at the moment, Romelu Lukaku, and he gets his second goal of the game. So I know one was a penalty, but Romelu Lukaku is working really well in this team, and there is something about us at the moment. We just seem unbeatable. We just seem unstoppable, and in this, the final game of this episode, we are just on fire. 25 goals for Lukaku. I am aiming for 30 before the end of the season, but as Ravini sprints past the defender on the turn, it's excellent work from him, and we make it a massive, blistering 4-0 against Newcastle. This is absolutely insane. The wildest of dreams as he dummied the ball on the turn, took it round the defender and totally left them on a standstill. They were flat-footed, they were static, and we took advantage of that with excellent precision. Anyway, I do thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you smash the like button. Another episode of Career Mode over. We've got more coming your way, and I will see you next time.